If activating our values doesn't create change in the world,
It feels amazing
make a real and lasting impact,
to be recognized for doing the right thing.
our values
Living your values out loud
must impact the world around us.
is a beautiful thing.
Otherwise, what's the point?
What about when no one is looking? Who are you when no one is around? Hey there, I'm Reverend Dan. We are Soul Evolution Collaborative, a nonprofit based in universal spiritual principles offering possibilities for navigating the evolution of life in an authentic and intentional way. And this is Truth Be Told 2.0, a weekly series that is changing the norms, bringing you inspiring and uplifting messages to look at life a little bit differently. This is part 3 in the Unlocking Our Values series, where we discuss how a values-led life is a fulfilling life, a transformational life. And in this episode, we're talking about the idea of activating our values. What does it mean to act on your values, to act by your values? So this is a life that thinks and moves and acts from this place of values, that actually acts on what we believe our values to be. And here is the cool thing. Our values can actually begin to shape the world around us. And that is the real power in activating our values. Not only are we creating a life that brings fulfillment to ourselves, but we are also creating a world that lifts up others around us. So living a values-based life, when acting on your values, that you actually create a space around you that makes room for others to do the same. And so this is where the rubber meets the road. It takes some personal journey work to get to a place where our decisions come from our values and then not the external world. And that is really what today's conversation is all about, creating space for values and then holding that space, even when no one is looking. So let's sit back and relax and enjoy this episode of Truth Be Told 2.0.
We have a collective responsibility to create space for others to embark on their own journey of self-discovery and self-actualization, their own journey of living from their own values. The idea of activating our values is not just an individual one, but a vision for impact on our collective reality. Otherwise, what's the point? If activating our values doesn't create change in the world, make a real and lasting impact, then we're just keeping something that it's not ours alone. We are connected, and this realization is a catalyst for activation, that our values must impact the world around us. And so this sacred act of creating space fosters an environment where individuals are liberated to explore their authentic selves, unfettered by societal expectations or external judgments. So by nurturing this space, we honor the inherent potential within every individual, recognizing that each person possesses a unique path toward an authentic self-expression. This also means an awareness that not everyone operates from the same values. Such an endeavor really requires us to cultivate empathy and compassion and a deep respect for individuality of others and their own values. Each person has their own unique story, their own unique belief system, their own unique experiences that got them where they are today, the framework from which their values have grown. Now, I should say, this does not give us a free pass to oppress, marginalize, and disenfranchise in the name of living from our values or activating our values. This requires us to take a good look at the values we are activating in the world. If they are harming others, disenfranchising, or marginalizing those around us, I'm just going to tell you, it may be time to ditch those values in exchange for those that support, uplift, and empower those around us. Embracing the importance of creating space not only empowers others to blossom into their fullest expression, but also contributes to the collective tapestry. It's through this conscious act of liberation that we invite a symphony of diverse voices, each harmonizing in their own way, co-creating this world of possibilities for everyone. Otherwise, it's just us listening to our own voice. And I don't know about you, but that sounds pretty boring to me, and often I get tired of doing it. And so that is the power of activating our values in this effort of creating space for others to do the same. Through our action of activating our values and creating space, we become catalysts for change, dismantling societal barriers and empowering others to unapologetically pursue their passions and aspirations, to live their best lives. It is in this authentic act of encouragement, support, and celebration that we really foster a culture of true acceptance and empower each individual to embark on their own unique path of self-discovery and actualization, activating their values, activating our values in powerful ways.
While you're here, remember to hit like, subscribe, maybe even drop a comment. We would love to hear from you, and thanks for watching. Okay, so here is the real question when it comes to living a values-based life. Creating spaces for values-based living can be really rewarding, fulfilling, life-transforming even. And it feels amazing to be recognized for doing the right thing, right? Living your values out loud is a beautiful thing. But what about when no one is looking? Who are you when no one is around? And this doesn't mean that you have to be perfect. This is not about like being in this abusive judgment of ourselves, right? You are not an awful person if you're not in alignment with your values all the time. Nobody is, public or private. Nobody is in alignment with their values all the time. We're trying, right? And honestly, as long as you're not hurting anyone or anything, it's really nobody else's business what you do in private. So why does it matter who we are when no one is around? Why do our values matter if it's just me? And that is actually the question of the day. Who are you when no one else is around? So here's the thing. Our society tells us again and again and again to look outside of ourselves for basically everything. Validation, approval, success, you name it, and we're supposed to look to others to tell us about ourselves. And, maybe there's a place for that somewhere. However, this mindset also says that it doesn't matter then what you do or say when others aren't around, as long as you say the right thing when others are around. This is not values-based living. This mindset gives away all of our personal power to the world around us. You don't get to make any decisions for yourself in that scenario. You don't get to decide how to be or what to do, right? But when we turn inward, when we decide to turn inward and lead this values-based life, then the deciding factor for all of those same things is within us. We get to decide. We are the ones who decide how we want to be, how we want to show up, how we want to act. This means it's not just about what we do when others are looking. If we really want to live by our values, it is necessary then to strive for decisions and actions based in those values, to the best of our ability, as often as we can. Again, not about perfection, it's about the intention. If our intention is to live a fulfilling, values-based life, then our intention is to attempt to do that at all times, hit or miss. However, if our intention is only to do the things that look right because others are watching, then we're living in a way that gives away everything to make us who we are. We give away everything that makes us who we are. We give away our authenticity. So the litmus test for a values-based life might just be, who are you when no one else is looking?